Lots of discussion around the league. It took a lot of wrangling today to make it happen, but it's official. Derek Brassard, all the particulars aside, let's focus in on Brassard to the Pens. Jim Rutherford, you have done it again. What do you think?
I love it. What I love about it is the fact that Pittsburgh's going for it again. Do you know how rare it is to have a chance to win 3 Stanley Cups in a row? It's almost impossible in today's game with the cap and everything else. So Pittsburgh has a chance. They're playing good right now. The superstars are all healthy. And don't forget, when you go to Pittsburgh, you become a better player. When Hornqvist went to Pittsburgh, he became a better player. When Justin Schultz went to Pittsburgh, he became a better player. And Brassard will be the exact same thing. He'll go there. He'll become a better player. He'll start being the guy with confidence again. He'll be on the third line probably, being able to come up and play the power play on different lines. Eat some big minutes, but he's going to a team that can make history. Anyone that happens to would be charged and excited, and I guarantee he's not sleeping very good tonight because of excitement. He wants to get there. He wants to get playing with these guys in Pittsburgh.
Big game brass. How about it?
I like that, and I like your point, big game brass. Hey, listen, here's the thing, right? Everybody's talked about, it's been, kind of public people say it's difficult to make deals in the cap era. If you want to make a deal.
You want to be bad enough.
Exactly, totally. If you want to make a deal, make deals. Deals are out there to be made. Jimmy Rutherford's made some great deals, and I love your point. Hey, this is a rare opportunity to get a chance to get 3.
Rare fight.
You got to go, absolutely, go all in, put your chips in. And Derek Brassard, as you just mentioned, Tone, he's been a big game performer.
Yep.
Playoffs, he didn't shrink. He got better, and he played even brighter and stronger and more productive playing for the Rangers just up the road at MSG. So I think that's a great get for them.
Could you make the case, and this is not an original thought, I saw this on Twitter, could you make the case?
You're too honest.
Information super
Too honest. Steal the odd thing. Don't worry about it.
I have very few original thoughts. I got to be candid. But listen to this. Could you make the case that they have the best centerman in each line in the league? Sid and Gino, first or second, take your pick. And then Brassard as your third line?
You know what? I'm not. You give me Sid and
Gino.
It was over.
I got the best center in the NHL, anyways.
Yeah.
I'll just double shift those guys on the third and fourth line and have them on the ice at the same time. Yeah, that is a good center group now because Brassard is a guy that can score. He's big. You mentioned how well he played with the Rangers when he went there and in the playoffs, so he certainly got the job done. So you have those guys going out every third time. That's pretty impressive.
And you had mentioned earlier, Benino was a big part of what they did in Pittsburgh.
You bet.
Scored a lot of big goals, man.
You bet.
Big part.
HBK a couple years ago.
No doubt.
Yep.
No doubt. So I think that center. I think the center depth for Pittsburgh has always been their strength. Make no mistake about it. They built from the net out up the middle, obviously on D with Chris Letang as well. But I would say this sets up a real interesting dynamic because the Preds are stacked down the middle as well. Really stacked. Johansson, Turris, of course Benino, and now Mike Fisher coming back. They're stacked as well. Who knows? Could they meet for a repeat in the Stanley Cup final?
Only hope.
You can only hope.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
And on the topic of history, repeating, as Barry points out, a chance to win 3 straight. The last team to do it was the Isles, 80, 81, 82. They went on to win in 83 also. As long as we're talking about history-making teams, let's focus on the Vegas Golden Knights piece of this. When I asked you about this, Barry, you immediately responded that you felt strongly about what Vegas was doing. Why?
Because this team is trying to win also, and that's what I love about this team. They're not sitting on their laurels. They know they got a good team. They know if they don't do anything, this is still the biggest story in the NHL and the most positive story in the NHL. But they are seeing that they can add. Maybe they feel they're not tough enough. They're going to play the LA Kings, maybe the Ducks, maybe San Jose. Those are big teams. Those are big, heavy teams. So I like the fact Reeves is a character guy. If he wasn't a character guy and a good guy, all these teams wouldn't want this guy. And they're lining up to get this guy. So he's a good enough player that you can play him. He's smart. He doesn't take bad penalties when he's out there. And he's also one of the toughest guys in the NHL, so they won't be taking liberties on the stars of the Vegas team. So I like this move by the Vegas team. Protect their stars. There's not a lot of fighting right now. You can say it's overkill. You don't need the tough guy. But again, you don't need him. Why did Pittsburgh get him? Because Sidney Crosby and Malkin were being taken advantage of, okay? They didn't need him to score. They didn't need him. They just wanted the other teams to know that we have a guy that if you go after our stars, he's there and available. And that's the same thing that Vegas has. They're going to protect their stars, and I like that fact. Everybody's a little better when they're a little taller. And you add Reeves to your team, everybody gets a little taller.
No question, man. I think you're spot on right there. You look at them being the Pittsburgh Penguins, wanting him in the offseason. Yep. People took liberties with Sid last year. People took liberties with Gino last year. A little extra whack on Kessel. Letang especially on the back end. Guys were they were a little too confident playing against the Stanley Cup repeat Cup champs. And I like that move to get him in the fold. I literally just finished talking to him here on text. He said he loved playing in Pittsburgh. He learned so much playing there, but the key is for him now, this is a great opportunity. He says he has a good relationship with Kelly McCrimmon of the Vegas Golden Knights, so he's excited about his opportunity going to Vegas as well. And keep in mind, this is a contender that he's going to as well.
Yes. He's not going to chop liver.
Exactly.
No.
That's a good hockey club.
Right? And he's got to protect the likes of Wild Bill Carlson.
You bet.
David Perron, James
Riley
Neal.
Smith.
Riley Smith having a nice year.
Arsenault.
Absolutely.
A lot of smaller forwards
Yep.
need to be taken care of.
And Ryan Reeves, Vegas Golden Knights fans, if you're not aware, in addition to being tough, very talented, he can do a goal horn himself. Find the videos, they're amazing.